Hey everyone, this is Hunter Satterfield, a partner at CWA and a member of our investment committee. As always, I am joined today by Brian Bortz, one of my fellow partners here at CWA and the head of our investment committee, as well as Brad Sanders, the managing director at Tectonic Advisors. And this is your November market update. For the month of November, the S&P 500 was down right at 0.7%. Global stocks down 2.7%. Domestic bonds were the only thing up for the month at 0.6%, and global bonds down at 0.3%. Now, Brad, I want to come immediately over to you because as you were watching the markets throughout the month, it was markets were actually doing pretty well until the last few trading days, of the month. So, can you talk a little bit about what happened those last few days to kind of create the down in the market for the month?
Sure. It was really Friday after Thanksgiving. The markets are open a half day. And generally volumes really light those days. Nobody's really paying attention. And that happened to be the day we got the news about the new COVID variant. I believe in South Africa is where they're seeing a big spike in cases, but they've detected a bunch outside the country. And it's quite different than the other variants that we've dealt with. So that spooked everybody. The markets dropped. We're down 2.5% on almost every index here across the board. Overseas was down 4 to 5%. Got a little bounce Monday, and then yesterday got rid of that bounce and everything else after the Fed made some comments talking about how they think inflation may hang around longer than they anticipated and dropped the transitory tag. So really, kind of as we talked about prior, the market ended up, I think the S&P down 0.7% for the month or something to that nature. We talked about it being a bumpy way up, and that's kind of what turned out happening. December is generally a good month for the markets, and started out okay today. So we think there's a possibility we can end the year on a good note. But yeah, I mean, nothing unexpected to have some volatility, particularly with this kind of market.
Yeah, it's actually one of the things that Brian and I were talking about offline ahead of time is that sort of volatility that we've seen over the past few months or those past few trading days of November. Brian, I mean, those are questions we're getting from clients, and I know our viewers will have those questions as well. I think the big three concerns that people are coming to us with, as we discussed, are sort of the volatility in the markets, inflation, and then potential tax changes as Congress continues to sort of beat that around and see what happens there. Can you talk a little bit about what the communication is that you're having with clients related to those three right now?
Sure. Yeah. I mean, you've hit the nail on the head there. Those are the three things. And really the one that concerns most is this volatility that can't be predicted. I think we all feel confident in saying there's going to be tax law changes. I think we all feel confident in saying that inflation is a real thing and exists, but we can't predict the volatility. So, the message that I have to all of our clients, and I want everyone to hear this, is that we have already contemplated volatility before we've ever gone in and chosen the managers and funds that we have available on our platform. So, when you look at volatility, the managers we've selected over longer periods of time have less volatility, have less downside participation, and slightly less up on the upside as well. In other words, the ups and downs are more narrow. It's more predictable. So given that scenario, we've already contemplated this in advance. And I think that's the best way to solve a problem, is not try to solve it during the battle. Try to solve that thing before it ever actually is a problem. And that's really what we've tried to do. And I've tried to put that, message out to our clients. We've already thought about this. We've already taken steps, and we're mitigating that risk for you before it ever happens.
Yeah, thanks, guys. And for our 11th recording of the year, I mean, I think, again, the takeaway message for all of us on this, and then our viewers as well, is it's been a really good year. It's kind of what we talked about all year, that it was going to be a bumpy ride up. And with all these different concerns that are out there, it's still been a really overall positive year. And so we'll be back in front of you as we hit the end of the year. We may have potential tax law changes coming our way, and we'll also have final numbers for the year when we come back to you at the end of December. So happy holidays to all of you as viewers, and we'll be back in front of you in a month. Thank you so much.